Now time to check that Fairfield area weather forecast. A flash flood watch in effect starting at noon today for the entire WFIW listening area. 80% chance for thunderstorms with a high 82 today. Tonight, 80% chance for rain, low 65. Partly cloudy, 82 tomorrow. Friday, Saturday, Sunday, scattered showers each day. Highs in the upper 80s to around 90 each day. Overnight low was 69, yesterday's high 84. 22 100ths of an inch of rainfall yesterday at the WFIW studios. Currently, humidity at 95%, winds are calm, pressure at 29.77. Partly cloudy skies right now. We've got 75 here at the WFIW studios east of Fairfield.
Good morning. It's KO Wednesday.
Morning.
Ken Odie here today. Mark Turner and Mike Dreethen. Pleasant good morning to all of you. This is Morning Coffee.
And because I forgot what day it is.
You didn't play
Mike,
the...
Mike,
what day it is?
What day it is? Mike,
It's hump
Mike,
day.
come on. Tell me what day it is. Mike, come on. Mike. Ken, KO. Hey, what day it is? What day is it?
It's hump day, man. Hey, we got that flash flood. According to the National Weather Service of Paducah, we're going to get 2 rounds. I know this is stunning to you that this could happen. 2 rounds of heavy rain this afternoon.
Not going to happen.
That's what they say. How do they possibly
It's going to miss us to the north.
Do you think so? Honestly?
I
Well,
think
it just
so.
means that the swollen
the way
little
the
Rawbass is going to get even more swollen if
The
it's
way
to the
the
north
radar is tracking, it does look like it may stay a little bit to the north of us.
of us. Okay.
I hope they're wrong.
Yeah.
What about these sprigs? How in the world can you grow a football field in 2 months? You tell me. The Bermuda out at FCH, the train yard. How in the world?
Let's just scrap it and put down turf. A couple of pork burger sales, we can knock that out.
I think so. I'd
No,
donate.
seriously.
You know what? I'd donate to that.
Artificial turf?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I think this is much safer what they're proposing.
Oh, not anymore.
Don't think so?
Now, well, when I was in high school, all those years
That was
ago,
like fuzzy concrete.
Well, it was like outdoor carpet on top of a concrete pavement.
Yeah.
I mean, now it's, it's almost like playing
It's a
on
little,
real grass.
got the little
I mean,
crushed up tires in it.
Yeah, it's almost like playing on real grass anymore.
Well, that's not what they're doing. And I'm going to tell you something. What happens, if you put down the sprigs next week and you get another 4 inches after that and it's ruined, how do you, you get closer and closer to August 30th.
You'll have beautiful grass growing next to Johnson Creek.
Well, no. The houses to the west and the east, depending on which way the water is flowing, is going to have a very nice
Absolutely.
Bermuda grass lawn.
I just don't know how you can do it that fast.
Well, I mean, if obviously we're going to have to play on the road.
But isn't that sad? You'd have to play all 9 games on the road. Did you say that
Well,
the
I don't know all
JFL's
9
talking?
games.
Well, I don't know. We have a meeting. JFL has a meeting tonight, and I'm sure that will be a topic of discussion.
Can we play on
and
the home field?
And that's, we understand that sacrifices have to be made because eventually it will be a luxurious football field, which we deserve. But in the meantime, things are going to happen.
Yeah. By the way, I want to announce that Libby Lingenfelter is still with the company after yesterday suggesting that in 19...
We weren't in our prime anymore.
Well, it was the trivia from 1997 yesterday she brought, which I think when she graduated from high school, right? Okay.
Yeah.
And I was balking at it.
97.
And she said, well, no, this will be good. This is when you were in your prime. Yeah.
I heard that. I thought that's going to get...
That's going to become a job action. Is what it's going to become.
There'll be something less in your check.
It's
Libby.
age discrimination. That's what it is. It's age discrimination. I'm on top of my game right now.
I'll bet her dad called her immediately.
As if that I'm old enough to be her dad?
No.
I
bet
am.
Her dad did.
I am.
He's a good guy.
He is a good guy. I've met him on multiple occasions. All right. In my hands. My pork burger staying
And probably
hands.
was laughing when he called her.
Yeah, he probably was.
I have in my hands. What do I have in my hands? It's hump day, and what does that mean? I've got the bucket of bunk.
Give us the bunk.
Oh, you've got it. Guess whose birthday is today? Mo Howard. Died in 19...
wise guy.
Yeah.
There is no way in this day and age you could have a TV show where you beat the crap out of your
I
brothers
love that show.
and get away with it.
And my wife absolutely despises it.
Oh, every guy loves the Three Stooges, and their wives hate it.
Yep.
You know, I haven't had that
I
discussion.
tried
with my
to
wife.
show my grandson. Tried to get him to watch the Three Stooges one time.
He wasn't interested?
Don't. No. I got this. Don't do that. He'll beat up his sister. He'll be doing that to his sister.
Just teach him how to do that. He's
Yeah.
good to go.
And block the eye thing. Moses Harry Horowitz was his name. He started in vaudeville with his brothers Curly and Shemp.
Mm-hmm.
They were all brothers.
Now, how many different Three Stooges were
There
there?
were about 5
Well,
different.
there was
versions.
Mo, Curly, Larry, Shemp, and
Curly.
Joe.
Curly
Was
Joe. Curly Joe.
Joe Besser.
There's
Yeah.
Joe. Yeah.
They were a vaudeville. They pulled a guy out of the pit in vaudeville who was a violinist. His name was Larry Fine. He became a part of the Brother Act that was the Three Stooges. He joined them in 1928. They never got a penny in royalties for any of the shorts they did.
Oh,
A sad, sad life.
somebody
They
took
never
them-
got a penny.
Somebody took them to the cleaners.
Yeah.
Man.
By the way, his wife.
And you find that happened a lot
yeah,
back in the day.
they thought they'd negotiated a good deal when they,
Yeah.
negotiate. They were working constantly.
Yeah.
From like the 1940s through the mid 1950s. They even had movies in the 1960s. I mean, full-length movies
Yeah.
that were done. His wife was the cousin of Harry Houdini, and Mo died. He had lung cancer. He was a heavy smoker. He died in 1975.
And you often hear that about acts from the past.
Died at the age of 77. Guy Lombardo was born on this date in 1902. He also died at the age of 75 in 1977. Gaetano
At least they didn't die back in 1997 when we were in our prime.
Yeah.
They were far beyond their prime, obviously. Gaetano Alberto Lombardo was his real name. Formed the Royal Canadian Orchestra, sold up to 300 million records.
Old
He also-
Lang, Old Lang Syne.
Yes, famous for that. They still play New York, New York. No, that's Sinatra. That's not Guy Lombardo. But he was famous during New Year's Eve.
Oh, yeah.
He also was a hydroplane speedboat racing pilot. Did you know that?
No.
Yes, he was. He won the Gold Cup. The Gold Club. It's like the Stanley Cup. In 1946, he had a speedboat called Tempo 6. It went 248 miles per hour.
You ever been to some of those races?
On water? No, thank you.
You ever been to some of those races?
I
I
have
used
not.
to go to the ones in Evansville.
Yeah, I used to go to Thunder on Ohio. Those are just fascinating.
Loud. Very loud.
Very loud, yeah.
Of course, the turbines aren't.
I think
The
I'd
piston boats were.
rather be on a great big lake than a narrow river, personally. But
There was a potential of a big old log about 3 inches down under the water.
Yeah.
that could mess things up. Lou Gehrig was born on this date in 1903. He died at the age of 37.
Yeah.
The Iron Horse. He played continually between 1923 and 1939. He had the Triple Crown that he won. He was an MVP, 6-time world champion.
And always played second fiddle to the guy that batted in front of him.
Yep.
Babe Ruth.
The Baber.
Career 340 hitter. Can you believe that? He was on base 447 clip. On base
Percentage.
Yeah. First player to have his uniform retired, number 4.
And see now, on base percentage of 4. I mean, nowadays, if you have an on base percentage of 305, 310, you're considered very
Gold.
good.
Well, everybody strikes out now.
Yeah.
Or hits a home run.
Just think about what would Lou Gehrig do with pitching today?
Oh,
I think it would murder it.
yes, he would. There's no doubt.
I think a hitter's a hitter.
Yeah.
He, of course, it ended way too young for him. He did have the 2,130 that they thought was an unbreakable record,
Till
but
Cal Ripken came along.
56 years before Ripken.
One of my
beat that.
favorite movies,
Yeah.
the Lou Gehrig.
Oh, me too.
Oh, yeah.
I am the luckiest man on the face of the earth. Earth.
Yeah.
He died of ALS. Of course, then it became known as
Lou
Lou
Gehrig's
Gehrig's disease.
yeah.
Lester Flatt, born on this date in 1914, guitar and mandolin player with Earl Scruggs.
Yeah,
and the Foggy Mountain Boys.
He didn't do much before he hooked up with Earl.
Well, they were both
Beverly Hillbillies made them famous.
Did. They were both.
Oh, they were pretty famous beforehand.
They were
too, I
both
think.
part of Bill Monroe's group.
Really?
Yeah, they both came out of that to form
Now,
their own
wasn't
group.
Bill Monroe and the Blue Mountain Boys, Blue Ridge Boys, or something like that?
I wish I
I
had
can't
done that.
think of it.
But when Flatt and Scruggs got together, their background band was the Foggy Mountain Boys. He died at the age of 64 in 1979. You're right. They went mainstream with the Ballad of Jed Clampett.
Yep.
And of course, you remember in that sitcom, they both had.
They had bit parts. They'd show up every once in a while.
And they had model wives. Those
Yeah.
were not their wives,
No.
by the way. I don't believe. Anyway, they parted ways. Did you know that they broke up their act at one point, sort of like Simon and Garfunkel, going
Really?
different ways?
Didn't know
they
that.
They parted ways. Scruggs and Flatt departed in 1969. Flatt became a part of the Country Hall of Fame in 1985 after his death. Notice I didn't say posthumously.
No, you did not. or Reese's peanut butter
Reese's
cups.
I think
Don't get
Earl
me started.
Scruggs was Steve Martin's mentor with the banjo.
He had a distinctive style. You're right, and Martin did pick up that style.
Hey, real quick on the posthumously.
Yes.
What do you say for? Is
Yeah.
it Reese's or Reese's?
It's Reese's.
Oh, he's with.
Leave. Leave.
Get
Just
out
leave
of
now.
here.
Get
You
outta
and the
here.
news guy need to get together and talk candy. Pat Buttram was born on this date in 1917.
A distinctive voice.
Mr. Haney,
Ah. Okay.
Gene Autry's sidekick at one time, he said of his voice, quote, "It never quite made it through puberty." Puberty.
Did you say puberty?
No, puberty. I'm sorry. Yeah, you got me all kinds of messed up names now. He did write many quips. He wrote for Ronald Reagan.
Really?
A lot of Ronald
I
Reagan's, and he died. Pat Buttram died from renal failure. So
Did he write Mr. Gorbachev, take down this wall?
I doubt that. Quips. He wrote quips.
And I've got a very nice shovel that you can use and pickaxe that you can
right.
use.
yes,
Mr. Doug. Great. What a great show.
it was a good show.
Of course, we're talking about Green Acres.
Green Acres. 1912, on this date, the U.S. government established the 8-hour workday. I wish they'd tell me about that.
Oh,
Seem
you
to
don't
be
know
working
about
over
that yet?
No, I'm
Okay.
working over that. 1942, Norma Jean Mortensen and her 21-year-old neighbor, Jimmy Doherty, were married.
Marilyn Monroe.
Marilyn Monroe.
yeah.
They were divorced in 1946, so that marriage only lasted 4 years. I think it was longer than her and DiMaggio, though, quite honestly.
Well, yeah.
1952, I've Got a Secret debuted on CBS TV. 1973, Pete Rose got his 2000th hit. He would go on and get how many? 4,000? something?
4,100 and something, I think.
19, and they did not ever put him in solitary confinement at Marion.
No.
Anyway,
no.
19
he was actually seen a few times working out in the yard in Marion.
That was a big deal down there, wasn't it?
Yeah.
1973, Gordie Howe left the NHL and joined his sons, Mark and Marty, in the WHA, the World Hockey League. 78, Garfield was in newspapers around the U.S. for the first time. 1981, when I was in my prime, Superman 2 set an all-time one-day record for theater box office receipts when it took in $5.5 million. That was back in the day. That's
Yeah.
a loser now. Isn't
Yeah.
it?
5.5 million, you just,
Yeah.
it goes directly to pay-per-view.
1989, the movie Batman premiered. I am Batman.
Yeah.
Do they have they had any? Every one of these franchises just keeps rolling on.
Well, they just announced a new Batman
Did they?
a couple of weeks ago.
Did
I don't
they?
recall who it was, but
Oh man, Batman at.
Well, how many different Batmans has there been?
Oh, there's been a half dozen.
Probably.
if not more. I mean, and it all started. I mean, there was a Batman in the 40s for movie shorts, and I can't remember who played Batman in that one, but remember he drove that big old black Ford.
Yes.
Yeah, the old black and white Batmans, and then Adam West, and then
I love Adam
Michael
West.
Keaton, Christian Bale,
Wasn't Val Kilmer there?
Val
Val
Kilmer.
Kilmer. Yep.
I can't
There's
remember. Well,
been
George
several.
Clooney.
Yeah,
did it once,
Clooney
too,
was a
didn't he?
Batman too. I think.
I
Yeah.
believe you're right. On this date in 1980, Donna Summer became the first act to be signed by Geffen Records. I'm sure that was a disco album. Loretta Lynn on this date
Shortly
in
thereafter, she had her last dance
1998, Loretta
in
Lynn
MacArthur Park.
appeared in the Friday Night Opry. She performed "Don't Come Home a Drinkin'."
Words to live by.
I've heard that song.
Don't come home a drinking.
No, it's something about don't come home expecting loving when you been out drinking.
Don't come home a drinking with loving on your mind.
Yeah, that's it right
There's
there.
What a
That's
great
it.
lyric.
Sad that I know that, isn't it?
Don't come home
There's
a drinking.
the only reason I know that there's a PBS special coming out in September of country music, Ken Burns film,
Uh-huh.
the history of country music, and that was one of the songs that was
Was
played.
it?
That's the
You
only reason I
think,
know that.
I think that song plays on WOKZ.
Oh, I'm sure it
Probably
does.
does.
I think it does.
It doesn't. It
doubt it.
should.
I think that's where I heard it.
It's a good one.
It's a good one.
It's a
It's
good
a
one.
good one.
She looks pretty frail.
Yeah, she's
she
getting
does.
older.
Yeah, she does.
That's all. She's a coal miner's daughter, you know. Hey, the question of the day really didn't catch fire, but it's interesting, I thought. Usually I steal Ken Ode's question of the day, but he came up dry this week, so he left me hanging. I was hanging yesterday, and so I came up with this question. Autocorrection, good or bad? All right? That's the question of the day, and we'll come back and tell you how people voted on that right after this time out on Morning Coffee.
Hi, I'm Paul. I know what you're thinking. Oh, great, another wireless ad. I know how you feel. And it seems like they're always full of this complicated, tricky language about their networks and offers and blah, blah, blah. Well, Sprint is going to do things differently and let you decide for yourself with their new 100% total satisfaction guarantee. Try it for 30 days, love it, or your money back. See? Simple. Now get both Sprint's unlimited plan and the all-new Samsung Galaxy S10e included for just $30.
At Hamilton Memorial Family Clinics, your family's care team is close to home. But it's not just about convenience, it's about quality care. From routine care to acute needs, Hamilton Memorial Hospital Family Clinics in Carmi and McLeansboro have you covered. Plus, same-day appointments are available and a Carmi walk-in clinic on Saturdays for those unexpected illnesses. With 7 providers and 9 specialty care clinics, maybe it's time to take another look at Hamilton Memorial Hospital Family Clinics.
Carnaby girls have the bottom to fit your bottom. Slim Stations come in so many different fits and leg lengths, from Bermuda, skimmer, capri, crop to narrow full length. Basic shades or in trend colors available. They have sold hundreds of pairs. Jag is offering the girlfriend jean in denim or khaki. Roll them or wear them long. Slightly bigger leg than the Jaggins. Jag's white skinny jean, perfect for hot summer days. Make it a day of shopping. With Carnaby, they promote the personal service you deserve.
Today's WFIW Business of the Day is Kids in Motion. School's out and Kids in Motion Summer Day Camp has started. But it's not too late to sign your child up. Call Suzanne Doggett at 919-0628 to enroll anytime during the summer. Breakfast, lunch, and a snack are provided daily along with fun activities like swimming, fishing, bowling, and so much more. So come join them now through August 2nd at the First Baptist Church in Fairfield. Today's WFIW Business of the Day is Kids in Motion.
Hi, this is Bill Stevens with another time capsule quiz. Which month and year was it when astronaut Scott Carpenter went up for 3 orbits and almost missed the Earth on his way back?
The main chute is out, and it looks good to me.
Marilyn Monroe sang Happy Birthday to President Kennedy.
Happy birthday, Mr. President.
I can now retire from politics after having had Happy Birthday sung to me in such a sweet...
Adolf Eichmann was hanged in Israel. Roger Ward roared to victory at the Indy 500. And here's what was new on the radio.
Everybody loves me, but you. I wish that we were married.
Don't play that song for me.
Then he comes uptown
aboard the Pete KT 109.
This is your conscience speaking.
Old Rivers.
Funny way of laughing.
I sold my heart to the dumb man.
For lovers who wander, yeah.
The man who shot Liberty Valance.
So let's shout.
Johnny Jingle.
Got it yet? Well, the answer and a hunk of the top song from the month and year are coming up.
Hi folks, it's Sandy at Gill Sales and Service. Have I got some good news for you? The classic Speed Queen washer is back. You know, the one that has a 2-speed motor with all-metal transmission. And ladies, guess what? There's no lid lock. These units are tested for 10,400 cycles and designed to deliver 25 years life expectancy in the home. It's also covered by a 3-year part and labor warranty. Come in and check out these old-style new machines at Gill Sales and Service, 1605 West Main in Fairfield. We have free delivery within 20 miles and service after the sale. That's Gill Sales and Service in Fairfield.
May 1962.
The Shirelles and Soldier Boy, the top song of May 1962. This is Bill Stevens for tcapsule.com. Back soon with another time capsule.
Your air conditioners let you down and you need service fast. My name is Roy Finley of Finley's Refrigeration, Heating and Air in Fairfield. Give me a call at 599-9888 and I'll be there. I work on commercial refrigeration, commercial and residential heating and air conditioning, as well as electrical needs. I'm always available with 24-hour emergency service and free estimates. Call me or text me, Finley's Refrigeration, Heating and Air at 599-9888 and I'll be there fast.
Community Connection is now online at WFIWradio.com. Now, not only can you hear the Community Connection after the 7:15 news on WFIW AM 1390 and 103.3 FM, but you can hear it online anytime. If you missed the show, go to WFIWradio.com, then click on About Us, then Community Connection for the latest episodes. You can also catch up on past shows. Community Connection after the 7:15 news on WFIW AM 1390 and FM 103.3, and now online at WFIWradio.com.
So, question of the day.
The question is, autocorrection, good or bad? Only the hard-hitting issues here for morning coffee.
Those are pretty hard.
All right, so where stand ye?
I'm going to say bad.
Why?
Because I don't know how many times that I've tried to type in Bob and it comes out to Bubble or something. Because it's constantly autocorrecting over autocorrecting.
Oh.
It's too much of...
You know what?
I'm constantly having to text somebody, and it will do autocorrect, and it will be wrong, and I'll be going, dang autocorrecting.
I hate it because I don't do as thorough a job at looking to see that it's been autocorrected before I send it, so then I don't spell things right. That bothers me.
Besides, I'm such a good speller. I don't have that problem most of the time.
This feller is the speller. Ken?
Instrument of the devil.
No, that's Pinterest. Pinterest is the
amen.
devil.
We talk from experience.
Autocorrect is the instrument of the devil. Pinterest is the devil.
Is the devil.
Well, we thought we got about almost 80 responses, and 47 of the folks thought it was good. 32 thought it was bad. So I would say that was a toss-up, but it leaned towards good.
Then why does it not correct people posting stuff on there? I seen.
Oh, it doesn't.
This.
No, it doesn't. I wish it would, because that's of great concern to me when I see that.
I seen it.
I seen.
All right. You got to try to get a hold of somebody.
Yeah, I will.
Okay. All right. So here's what I've got. A new survey of 2,000 Americans officially crowned our favorite vegetable, and the new king of veggies is. What about it, Odie?
The lowly carrot.
No. Guess again.
Broccoli.
No. Nope.
What is it?
Cracking the top three, along with corn, was survey respondents, where the vegetables they like were potatoes, and missing out barely on number one, carrots. You had carrots, but carrots and tomatoes tied for third at 89% likability. And then onions come in after that, green beans after that. According to the result of the poll, our most hated veggie is... Want to take a shot at that?
Spinach.
No.
Man.
Brussels sprouts.
Well, you're there. Now, the most hated veggie...
Cabbage.
Turnip.
The turnip?
The turnip. Beets come in after that.
I love turnips.
Radishes after that.
Well, beets is a superfood now, so it'll be way up there next time.
And Brussels sprouts scores in at number 4.
All right. We have a special guest joining us this morning. Dennis Stromat is going to join us. And good morning, Dennis. How are you?
I'm doing great. Doing great. How are you guys?
Doing all right. Now, this weekend in Mount Carmel, it's the Roots and Q Festival. Tell us about that.
Well, it's kind of a new festival that's, there's still a little bit of a barbecue, barbecue competitions that are a part of it, but this is a new, essentially major music festival, but it's a roots music festival. So, it's not just, it's not top 40 contemporary country. It's not a rock festival. It's not a Chicago blues festival. But it touches on all of those things. It's traditional country. It's traditional bluegrass. It's old time. It's Celtic. There's Cajun and Zydeco music. You've got Western swing, Texas swing music, and honky-tonk music. And the bands that we have that are going to be at this festival, my band, Creole Stomp, is performing at the festival. But there's going to be other bands that are coming in. We've got people, the Heart of Texas Roadshow, artists that are coming from Austin, Texas, coming from Dallas, coming from Houston, Texas. We've got a 2-time Grammy-nominated bluegrass band and Special Consensus that's going to be there on Friday night. We've got the Whispering Willows out of Eureka Springs, Arkansas. The Backyard Barbecue Band is coming out of Champaign. It's going to be a great festival, and it's going to be music focused, and it's free. That's the big thing about it, is this is actually a free festival. And, really, we kind of hope to see it, up there with some of the other major roots festivals that, you see around the country. So we're pretty excited about it. And our headliners like I say, we mentioned from Texas on Saturday night with the Heart of Texas Roadshow is going to be a guy who's very familiar to the area. He's been here a few times in the last 5 or 6 years. Was on Hee Haw for years, the Grand Ole Opry, and that's Tony Booth. He's actually a part of the Heart of Texas Roadshow. And also some of the younger artists from Texas, including Justin Trevino and Landon Dodd, and they're featured on RFD TV quite frequently, on True Country TV, Penny Gillies show. They're on programs out of Nashville quite a bit as well, but they're based in Texas. So it's going to be a great weekend. We're just really looking forward to it with the music.
All right, 15 hours live on-stage music, but that's just not the beginning of what you got going on this weekend. You got the Smoke on the Wabash barbecue competition. There's also the Kiwanis Wabash Cannonball Downhill Derby going on this weekend.
That's correct. We're going to have the Downhill Derby, which has always been, it was a part of the Riverfest, which, this festival is kind of, was the Riverfest, but it's completely gone a different direction. And so we're holding over a few things from the Riverfest, like the Downhill Derby. Another thing, we're going to have several bounce houses in a children's area, also on Market Street. That's free, so families come out. Like I said, we're going to be having the Smoke on the Wabash, the barbecue competition as well. There's also going to be open jam sessions for those that are interested in music. We actually are going to have 2 stages. So that not only is the main stage happening, but we also have the Wabash County Museum stage. We're going to be having programs in there. Something that's going to be really fun for the families and for the kids is there's going to be an instrument petting zoo that's going to be in the museum on Saturday from 11 to 1. And I said instrument petting zoo, not like llamas and tigers and things like that. But there's going to be instruments. So there's going to be an opportunity. So for parents, if you want a free opportunity for your children to come out and maybe try a guitar, try a fiddle, a violin, or maybe a ukulele or a banjo, this is going to be the opportunity, and it costs $0 to do it. That's going to be at the Wabash County Museum from 11 to 1 on Saturday. So between the Downhill Derby and the main stage and the Wabash County Museum stage, as well as the children's area, the barbecue competitions, there's going to be so much going on. I mean, it's literally, if you stay home and don't go to this, boy, that tablet must really have something, or that computer must really be entertaining, because I think what we're going to have here at the festival is going to be amazing.
All right, 5 to 10 on Friday, noon to 10 p.m. on Saturday, Market Street in downtown Mount Carmel. Dennis, want to thank you for joining us, and have a great weekend.
Well, thank you very much. We're hoping it's going to be a great weekend, and it's going to be rain or shine. We want people to know this is rain or shine. We have a backup location at the Mount Carmel Grade School as well. For any rain possibilities, if we have to move it, we will be doing that. That's actually out by Wabash Valley College, the grade school. So we are one way or the other, this is going to happen. So we look forward to seeing everybody.
All right, Dennis, thanks for joining us. We appreciate it. Talk to you later.
Thank you. All right, bye-bye.
Dennis Stromat, the Roots and Q Festival.
Remember when we used to have the Bluegrass and Barbecue Festival here in Fairfield? That was
enjoyable.
It was very enjoyable. They would have folks around the courthouse that would jam and do bluegrass. I hated to see that go.
Yeah.
And this sounds very interesting.
Used to have a soapbox derby, not soapbox derby, you can't say that anymore, but out on the hill, Cemetery Hill,
yes.
the JCs had a soapbox derby out there.
I was a member of the JCs.
That was interesting.
In Vandalia.
Yeah.
And we had the bed races.
Oh.
Have you ever been a part of those?
No,
I haven't.
There's an accident waiting to happen there, let me tell you.
All they have to do is pick up the bed and put it in the back with
No. They put wheels on these beds,
right.
and you have a team of 6 or 8 people with a person in the bed, and you gotta push these
son of a gun
hospital beds or whatever kind of bed you do in a race against other people.
You know, we could have probably won that race when we were in our prime.
Back then.
That's true. 1997, when we were in our prime.
I'd go just to pet an instrument. So anyway, thank you for that.
Yeah, that was
interesting.
And we're gonna pass this information along
to the
over
newsroom.
Jeff, and we'll have some more info on it coming up later this week.
Here's an interesting idea. So you're trying to kick a habit of eating fast food, smoking, swearing, nail biting, whatever it is. They've got a bracelet for you. It claims to literally shock you out of the bad habit. This is called Pavlok. And it's a
After
bracelet.
Pavlov's dogs, maybe?
I don't know. Probably. That's not a bad idea.
I mean, that's what I would think, but
350-volt jolt to the wearer every time they find themselves falling victim to a habit that they're working to change. But you have to do it to yourself.
Oh, that's not good. Well, you know, those rubber bands.
I mean, I could just stick a wire into the
yeah.
Well, didn't they have a program at one time where you used a rubber?
Yes.
And every time you had a bad thought or something, somebody would flip that rubber band.
This is a little bit more technology savvy. The effect of giving your brain negative reaction to. You got a call?
Yeah. We do have a call this morning. Good morning. You're on Morning Coffee.
Hello, Mark. Is Micah listening?
Yes, yes, I am.
I think it would have been interesting if Fairfield would have played North Clay Louisville back in the 70-71 season. I think that would have been, because both teams was really, really good.
That was a good era for basketball in this whole region, wasn't it?
Sure was.
Mike, what do you think of them prints?
Well, thank you very much. I appreciate it. This is our friend, of course, up in Louisville, who sends us regular care packages, and we're so grateful for him. This one was a sort of a cornucopia of different yearbook photos from up there.
Mike, Daryl Lewis, he could play a little bit.
No,
he didn't have blonde hair. I always called him the dark hair blonde
bomber.
bomber. Yeah, boy. And he graduated. He should have graduated the next year.
Oh, so he was younger than what he should have been.
Yeah, he should have graduated in '72.
Yeah.
Wow.
You know, and to lead the Decatur area, as actually a junior, 28.8.
Yeah,
That's
28
pretty
points a
good.
game is
That's-
incredible when you consider.
Yeah.
Well, 28 points a game is incredible when you're in high school and college. Period.
You know, you find it. Thank you very much.
Yep,
we
thanks for the
appreciate
call.
you calling up. I had 28 points means that you have to consistently be in the 30s because every once in a while somebody's going to shut you down by putting four people on.
And then back in the day, there was no 3-point shot.
No, not in '71 there was.
No.
Back to this thing here.
Yeah, go ahead.
If you'll notice, there's still burn marks from my shock collar that my wife up here would be a good thing to have.
Grubhub.
Where they deliver.
Where they deliver
anything.
Oh, I think they would.
Yes, of course you do.
Oh, yeah.
We've got somebody who's grub crazy in the afternoons. He'd grub himself to
Who would?
400 pounds.
He'd be bankrupt.
Jeez.
They'd have he'd probably get a discount on the amount of deliveries out to the radio station here.
We'd have to put in an off ramp to be able to get him there. By the way,
we've seen that commercial on TV, right?
Which one?
The Grubhub, and they're using the Queen song, and the guy just orders everything, and there's
I
like
want it all.
100 people showing up at his door with different food.
That could happen. Did you see that there's absolutely, this summer, no comedies. There are no comedies no comedy franchises that are making it in the movies. The last one was in 2009. That was Hangover 3. There's been nothing since. Adam Sandler's gone to Netflix. He's got a great big deal to do movies there, so he's not going to be on at the theaters.
Right.
There were other people. I mean, Jim Carrey's gone crazy and is not being put in any movies.
He's gone overboard.
He has.
And who was the guy? Will Ferrell can't get a movie. They can't find a vehicle for Will Ferrell to be on in a movie now. So what do you have? You've got nothing. Netflix is the only place you can go to get original new comedy. And what's happened because of the fact that we've changed as a society, something like Blazing Saddles could not be made.
Oh, no. Or Airplane. Or anything like that. What do you think all these movie theaters now that are serving adult beverages and have the recliners, do you think that's in response to the fact that maybe folks are not going to the movies anymore? They're watching Netflix and stuff?
I can get the same.
They are.
I can get the same experience in my den with. I've got a recliner there.
Yeah.
I don't need to go and pay $8-9 or whatever it is now to go to a movie.
When we were in Florida, we went to a movie.
Okay.
Afternoon started at 1 o'clock.
How much it cost
$10
you?
a pop.
There you go. That's it.
I mean, after 1 o'clock movie, that's a $4 movie, man. I ought to get in for $4.
If we go to a movie in Evans, we usually go to the one on the west side. You get senior citizen discount since I'm not in my prime.
Yeah, that's true.
And I think it's $4 before 3 o'clock.
Yeah, because at 3 it's time for supper and bedtime, right?
Then my wife walks in with popcorn and a soft drink, and that's $75. But
here's an interesting story that just came across.
We dropped almost $50 for the two of us.
Easy to
see
do.
a movie.
Illini Sports says that quarterback Brandon Peters, I guess he's a Michigan Wolverine, says he's transferring to Illinois.
Now, graduate transfer or?
I'm trying to figure it out. This is from the Decatur Herald and Review.
Now, well, I guess he has to be a graduate transfer because if he transfers,
yes, he is.
There's a rule in the Big Ten that says
Illinois
if
football
you just transfer, you got to pay your own way.
Illinois football appears to have finally gotten its graduate transfer quarterback. Former Michigan quarterback Brandon Peters announced on Instagram on Tuesday night that he will join Illinois as a graduate transfer with 2 years of eligibility remaining. Peters will enter a quarterback battle with freshman Isaiah Williams and a redshirt by the name of Matt Robinson. Boy, when's the last time they had a signature quarterback at Illinois?
Been a while.
Juice
Been
Williams?
a long time.
Juice Williams?
Probably.
Shieldhouse, maybe?
Been a long time.
He was good, but I don't know he was
the signature.
Juice Williams good.
Did you see how much time we've got? Did you see what this interview with Brooks Koepka? He's the big
golfer, yeah.
He finished second at the U.S. Open. Here's what he said to Fox in an interview. He said that he has never had a hot beverage in his entire life. No coffee, no hot chocolate, nothing. In 29 years on the face of the earth, he has never had a hot beverage. I find that difficult to believe.
How did he know for like the first 6 months of his
Well,
year
you
of
think
his
he probably
life?
had some
I
more
mean,
milk
you know,
then.
Yeah.
But he says that he's never had a comforting first sip of a hot drink on a cold morning. Of course, he's from Florida.
Did he also say, I need a hug too, and a role model?
No, because every time he tried to take a hot drink, he shocked himself.
On his
Or
wrist.
somebody slapped him in the
Okay,
back
here's
of the
one.
head.
You guys are going to think this is gross, so I'm just going to do it real fast.
All right.
This is out of Camo X in St. Louis. It's about the guy, who sat during a baseball game. We're talking about a Memphis Redbirds game. They call him Mayo Man.
Mayo Man. How big of a jar was it?
I see a question of the day there.
Why?
Mayo or Miracle Whip?
Yeah, I do too.
Oh, there it is.
Mayo or Miracle Whip?